Alright, escape from prison. Finally got the mist gauntlets today and thought I'd just do one speed run before I rebirth. Now I'm at 13 times damage, which isn't at its maximum on rebirth 7. Not even sure how high it goes. But the damage, the speed, and even the limb price gets very expensive. As you'll see by the end of the run, you can see that I'm getting, just about 1 trillion almost. Now I'm getting 1 trillion per elimination. But, might seem like a lot, but it is super expensive to upgrade the limbs and the damage once you get to a certain point. I could only upgrade maybe either one or the other, limbs or damage, one time. They cost like 250 trillion for one upgrade or something like that. So yeah, but I think having the mist gauntlets now is going to make grinding this game a lot quicker, definitely. So I'm kind of, not too hesitant to rebirth again, because the grind is honestly pretty long and I've never been able to max the damage on any of the rebirths. I've just ended up rebirthing way before I'm able to max the damage. So I don't know really what the damage potential is. So maybe I'll just go to rebirth 10 and take it from there. But yeah, this is the first time I've sort of like done a speed run with the gauntlets. So I'm not too sure exactly on strategy. Probably useless to buy that because it's going to waste time. But I think you definitely need to sort of select buffs. If you can get the right buffs, that would be good. That one where you can get 4 HP per limb. We nearly died here. We're on, speaking of 4. The one that you get 4 HP per limb is super handy because obviously with the mist gauntlets, no, not per limb, per hit. So with the mist gauntlets, obviously you're doing lots of hits. So that 4 HP per hit is super handy. If you can, re-roll for that quite quickly, then, maybe that's the strategy. Maybe preloading on chilies at the start of the game, throwing them into the start of the lobby, and then re-rolling for the 4 HP per hit, and then you can just run the gauntlets the whole time. Maybe, because right now I cannot run the gauntlets by themselves. 1.5 damage, yeah, we'll take it. We don't want to waste time. So, usually I don't select it. I'm usually picking just the cash upgrades because the cash is, the upgrades rather, are so expensive. But I'm just trying my best here to get a decent time. I think, what was my previous best time? 10 minutes and something. But yeah, I think I can probably get, well, I'm recording this video, so in my mind, I'm sort of hoping that I can get maybe 9 minutes. If maybe, I'll be happy with 9 minutes. But we do a little bit better than that. So far so good. We're sort of holding on. I'm like, don't want to risk it with being too aggressive. But on the other hand, I've only got 77 health. Plus I want to just record the one run and sort of rebirth. I don't want to be grinding for it. I'll probably do prestige 10, or I don't know how long that's going to take, but eventually it'll probably happen. The rebirthing process isn't that long. And here, while you're taking the chug jug, you can just re-roll for stuff. So I thought that was a good idea. Yeah, so it doesn't take too long to rebirth. So far, I think from rebirth 7 to 8 is 4,500 limbs, which is not too bad relative to some other games. So, I might just try and quickly rebirth the next one and not really worry about damage. Oh, well, sorry. Yeah. I will have to worry about damage because it'll make it faster. But, just focusing on the rebirthing and maybe not so much completions. Doing sort of maybe farming the first 10 rooms or whatever I figure out is the quickest method. Because one method I use is kill the first room and then re-roll for the 3x cash. Because when you're prestige 7, you get a 3x cash multiplier rather than the 2. So I've been doing that, then stepping out of the room and then going back into the first room with that timer running, because it doesn't reset when you leave the run. Even if you select it at the end of the run, it'll still keep running when you're in the lobby. So if you've got it going, you can just maybe finish it off and do a few extra rooms at the start before you start upgrading anything. Take advantage of that triple cash or double cash. But yeah, we're going okay here. I mean, just sort of taking it easy, trying to be pretty conservative using the grenades. A couple of good shots there into the little office there. There's a boss there. I think there might be 2 bosses on this particular room right now, whereas there was only 1. So with the new update, there's extra bosses, so there's extra opportunities to get keys, although they did slightly nerf the keys in terms of the amount of keys you can get. I think I was getting 51 per boss and now it's 41, but there's at least, I would say, 3 if not 4 extra bosses, could even be 5, but definitely overall getting more keys, and keys are just so handy in this game when you're trying to upgrade stuff with the re-rolling for the money. And I thought here maybe a good time to just sort of grab some quick health before I run in there and be a little bit more aggressive. Get rid of the guys that are in that kind of hallway in the middle. And once that's done, then I always run around to the right hand side. I mean, there's no particular reason I go to the right hand side. It's just because just what I do. Like maybe I did that the first time, and I pretty much play all the maps exactly the same way. I stand in the same spots every single run, no matter what map. You know, once I think I've kind of found a bit of a formula, I just stick to it. And that usually works because when you're playing maps the same way every time, you more or less get the AI to, you know, behave in the same manner. So it's kind of predictable. So that's what can make, you know, sort of doing speed runs or planning what paths to take and that type of thing good, because you can sort of determine where the enemies are going to go if you're always walking the same paths and stuff like that. This is one of the sort of harder, more annoying rooms. Like, you definitely got to be careful here. I think this is definitely the play to go behind the couch and shoot rockets. I keep saying rockets, I said that in my last video too, grenades. Jumping up there to save time so you don't need to walk around the whole floor. And stamina in this game is, it's unfortunate because you do lose stamina. It's, you know, not only is the speed quite expensive, but, you know, you lose stamina. So it makes the game a little bit slower. It would be really cool if, say, you know, a certain rebirth level gave infinite stamina. That would just make the whole thing a lot smoother and more enjoyable to run. Yeah, this room here, just clear the guys at the front, try and bounce a couple of rockets, said it again, off the sides there, because there's a few guys kind of like in the middle of the map, and there's a turret as well. And also this floor has a new boss that has, I believe it's the sticky grenade launcher. I forget what it's called. It's not a weapon that I really use, but yeah, you can hear it there. And I'm thinking to myself, okay, he's down a little bit of health. Let's just make my way to the exit and finish him off. I'm pretty confident that I'm not going to get killed and get out of there. So pretty happy with that time for a first run. Definitely could get under 8 minutes if I had, you know, 5 more attempts or something like that. But we'll take a quick look at what it costs. So we earned 218 trillion. I have a quick look here. See, I can upgrade damage just with what I've got. Like, if just off that 218, I couldn't upgrade anything. But anyway, thanks for watching. Catch you next time.